I'm James. Welcome to Carnegie House's online summer school 2020, week 5. Only one more week to go after this one. We've done all sorts so far in these bite-sized workshops. Today though, we're going to look at how you can create your own plays in Be a World Maker. So the first plays that were ever written in Western culture were written in ancient Greece over 2,500 years ago. And they were written by people with names like Aristophanes, Sophocles and Euripides. But don't worry, if your name doesn't end in "-ese, you can still write an amazing play. Now, when we write a play, we talk about putting a world on stage for an audience to watch and to really enter into. That's why the workshop today is called Be a World Maker. Let's have a look at some of the words that we're going to be talking about today and going to be using in the workshop. Dialogue, stage directions, character, and playwright. But what do each of those mean? Can you match the words on the left with the definitions on the right? Did you get them right? So a playwright is a person who writes a play. A character is a person in a play. They're usually made up. A dialogue is the words in your script that are spoken between two or more people. And stage directions, the words in a script that are usually put in brackets, which describe the action or tell the actor how to say the line. So this is an example of what a script looks like, and there's lots of different bits here when we come to lay out our script. The top bit up here sets the scene. It tells us where we are, what's going on. At the beginning of each line, there's a character's name. That tells us who's going to say the line, and you don't need any speech marks around what they say. The stage directions and the brackets tell the actors what to do on stage, or maybe how to say a particular line. And the yellow bits. This is the main bit of the script. This is what the actors playing the characters say. So time to get creative. Here's your first task. In a moment, you'll see a short scene. It's called The Phone Call. Now, you'll only hear one half of a conversation, so listen to the dialogue. What do you think the other person is saying? Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Oh, it's you, thank goodness. About 7, I think. Oh. Well, about 6. Right. Bye. So what do you think the other person was saying? In the downloads in the link attached to this video, you'll find a copy of the script. It looks a bit like this. The yellow highlights are the bits that you heard, but then the other part is blank. Why not have a go at filling in those other lines? What do you think the conversation was about? So, are you ready to have a go at some script writing? In the folder of resources which is attached to this video, you'll find a script from the first scene of Little Red Riding Hood. Now, the first thing to do is read that scene and look at the character list that goes with it. The character list is, well, as the name suggests, it's a list of characters and it tells us a bit about them. Read through the scene. There's only 2 characters in it, so you might like to get a friend or a family member to help. Then, I'd like you to write scene 2. And scene 2 is where Little Red Riding Hood meets the wolf in the woods. Now when you're writing this, remember to describe the setting. Think about the type of character that the wolf is and tell us about the wolf in the character list. Is the wolf really big and bad? If he is, how do you show us that? Or maybe Little Red Riding Hood is actually the mean one. Once you've written it, get your friends, get your family to read through it with you and see how it sounds when it's read aloud. Because of course plays are not meant to just be read, they're meant to be performed. How was Little Red Riding Hood Scene 2? If you want, you can carry on and write Scene 3, Scene 4, well, as many scenes as you want. But now it's your turn to let your creativity go wild. You can write your own scene. Now remember, when you're writing a scene, it needs to have a story. Keep it simple. It needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Think about the setting. Where's the scene happening? If you need a different location, then maybe you need more than one scene. Think very carefully about your characters. Who's who? What are they like? And the layout. Make sure your script is easy to read. Now often it can be a really hard thing to start writing your script. And so, sometimes writers use writing prompts. And these are either titles, which can spark your imagination. Here are some suggestions, but come up with your own. See what exciting things you can create. Or they might be first lines. Now these will start your play with a bit of mystery. What could they be talking about? Have a play around and see what works for you. Once you've finished writing your play or your scene, why don't you send it to us at Carnegie House? We'd love to have a read. Or you could try videoing it yourself. If you want a hand doing that, have a look at the first video in this series. Now I'm back next week with our final video, which is about making puppets. Until then, take care of yourselves, have a great time writing your plays, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.